Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Board of Commissioners meeting. And we'll begin, as is customary, with the observance of a moment of silence. Thank you. Please rise for the pledge and flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. David Weisnick lists to be here, but is not going to be this morning. So any other public comment? Or the report from the third floor, are we expecting him? It's all good.
I'm just here to watch the reorganization of the salary board, that's all.
Very good. You're welcome to all. We'll begin the agenda by asking for the approval of our minutes of previous meetings.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comment or question or addition or deletion? If not, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so ordered.
Okay. So reorganization for 2018 would start with the Board of Commissioners, and the first things that are needed are the appointment of a chair of the board, a vice chair, secretary, chief clerk, and solicitor. So we'll start with the chair of the board. Obviously, Commissioner Phillips being the chair presently opened the meetings. I just put together to the mission. Nomination.
Seek a motion to have Bill Ames as chairman of the board.
Make that motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Congratulations.
Thank you. You can stay in that seat today.
Thank you.
We won't change seats.
Spent the gap.
All right, now I need a motion for the selection of a vice chairman for the Board of Commissioners. Hearing none, I make a motion that we elect Commissioner Phillips as vice chair. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of electing Bob Phillips as vice chair of the board indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ruled. And now a motion for secretary of the Board of Commissioners.
We'll nominate Jamie Woolman. Oh, that's me.
Secretary.
I'm sorry, I was thinking administrator. Apologies.
Nominate Joe Litz.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor of Commissioner Litz serving as secretary of the board indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So ordered. And now Commissioner Litz.
I'd like to nominate Jamie for administrator.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to appoint Jamie Waldemuth as chief clerk and county administrator. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Thank you. Chief Confidence.
Might I indicate that I am pleased that my colleagues feel comfortable allowing me to serve as chair in 2018. And I also would like to thank the other members of the board and the county administrator for being reasonable with my visual deficiencies. They're always very helpful, and I certainly appreciate that and want to publicly acknowledge those folks for that. So thank you for that.
So let's do the previous then.
All right, I need a motion for county solicitor.
Move to award that to David.
Yes.
David Warner.
Yes. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to appoint David Warner as county solicitor. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
And last in that regard, in these types of motions would be to reappoint all employees to their respective positions effective January 1.
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to appoint all of the folks to their positions. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
Next item then would be to establish the meeting schedule and provide for a public notice of that meeting schedule to the public by advertisement for the 2018 Board of Commissioner meetings. They are once again listed twice a month, first and third Thursday, beginning at 9:30 a.m., room 207. Two exceptions to that pattern, one being in July on the 26th. We've inserted a possibility for a meeting if you want to hold something at the fair. Last couple of years, you've simply taken a tour and just kind of done an informal thing, but the option for you is there if you want to hold a public meeting at the fair. And also then on December 27th of 2018 would be a meeting to formally adopt the budget, since the preliminary budget would be approved on December 6th and has to be on the table for 21 days, which isn't quite enough time by the third Thursday, so we have to do it the fourth Thursday. Work sessions are advertised for 1:30 p.m. on Wednesdays for the purpose of work sessions dealing with county government if needed. And that's all.
Move to adopt the public notice calendar for 2018.
Second?
All right, I have a motion and a second to adopt the calendar. And one comment that I would like to make concerning that August 26th date.
July 26th.
July 26th, I'm sorry. If, it's a long time from now, but if we could think about how we would like to handle that, because I personally would like to see us go back, and I think some of the folks look forward to having a meeting there, so maybe we can think about a special meeting or something for that date. All right, with that, we'll get the camel back, yeah, we can do that. With that said, all those in favor of adopting the calendar as presented indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Calendar is approved.
Next would be the assignment of liaisonships of county commissioners to various departments, agencies, and boards. I believe you all have a copy of the list that existed as 2017. I have received an expressed interest for Commissioner Phillips to make a few changes, rotating a few of these, and that being Commissioner Phillips to the Women's Commission in the city of Lebanon, but no longer to planning, just kind of balancing out. And so then if planning is up to be reassigned, I think the practical thing would be for Commissioner Litz to be the planning liaison. So you can, I'll put that out there, and you guys can let me know how you want to go.
All right, well,
I would like to comment
Yeah,
and
good.
respectfully request that I retain the Women's Commission. I have been on that consistently and put a lot of time and effort into that, working with the Hall of Fame, the Glass Slipper Project. We currently do Girls on the Run. We do Women's History, and I record the women going into the Hall of Fame every year. I put a lot of time and effort into that, and I would really like to keep that liaison assignment. It means a lot to me.
Do we have to adopt this as a move to adopt the liaisonships? I move that we adopt the liaisonships as presented.
all right, do I have a second for that motion? Well, I'll second it. All those in favor of adopting the liaisonships, including the changes that have been read, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes 2-1.
All right. Next item under Board of Commissioners would be to assign the Lebanon County's depository banks for the accounts that are held in the auditor's office, and the list has been provided.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the depository banks?
So moved.
Second.
been moved and seconded to approve the depository banks as presented by the treasurer. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Banks are approved.
Okay. So, the regular meeting for the moment will be recessed if Chairman Ames, if you would call the salary board to order, and you're chair of the salary board by virtue of being chair commissioner.
All right, I would like to call the salary board to order.
So what we'll do here is you'll need a vice chair, a secretary, and a solicitor to the salary board. And then Michelle will come up and walk through the various establishment of the salaries for the departments, primarily recognizing the row officers who are present, who by county code have a vote on the salary board for the salaries of the employees that are under their direction. And so if they choose to vote on that particular vote and they're here, Michelle will single that one out. We'll take those separately, and for the remainder, then it'll be a blanket motion by the salary board to establish the
And
salaries of all of us.
the position of vice chair is open to any member of the board, salary board, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
actually, yes. Yeah. So again, Commissioner Ames is the chair of the salary board by virtue of being chair of the Board of Commissioners. We need a vice chair and a secretary and a solicitor.
All right, do I have a motion for vice chair?
Nominate Bob Metley.
All right. Do I have a second to that nomination?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to appoint Bob Metley as vice chair of the salary board. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So ordered, congratulations.
Now typically, the secretary to the board, I think, was
Bob did that.
Bob, yes.
I did the same thing with the prison board last year, so.
So you'll need a secretary to the.
All right, I'd like to open the floor for nominations for secretary of the salary board.
Nominate Bob Phillips.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, Bob Phillips has been nominated for secretary of the salary board. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. And then the
Solicitor, which historically has been the same as the county solicitor.
Okay, do I have a motion for solicitor for the salary board?
Nominate Dave Warner.
All right, I have a nomination, and I have a second. All those in favor of David Warner serving as solicitor to the salary board indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, so Solicitor Warner is appointed.
Sure, I can guide you through the various pro-ops and so on. As I said, then any that aren't present or any remaining, all remaining employees, then will be a blanket motion to at the end.
Okay. Michelle?
Motion to set the salaries of employees within the office of the controller as established during the budget hearings for 2018 or as directed by their current labor agreement.
I have a motion. I have a motion and a second to set the salaries for the controller's office. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Controller's salaries are approved.
Motion to set the salaries of employees within the office of the courts as established during the budget hearings for 2018 or as directed by their current labor agreement.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to establish the salaries of the courts as presented. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Court's salaries are approved.
Motion to set the salaries of employees within the office of the Prothonotary and Clerk of Courts as established during the budget hearings for 2018 or as directed by their current labor agreement.
So moved.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to establish the salaries of the Prothonotary Clerk of Courts. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Prothonotary salaries are approved.
Motion to set the salaries of employees within the office of the Register of Wills and Orphans Court as established during the budget hearings for 2018 or as directed by their current labor agreement.
So moved.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the Register of Wills salaries as presented. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to set the salaries of employees within the office of the sheriff as established during the budget hearings for 2018 or as directed by their current labor agreement.
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second? I have a motion and a second to establish the salaries within the sheriff's department. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to set the salaries of employees within the office of treasurer as established during the budget hearings for 2018 or as directed by their current labor agreement. So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve the treasurer's salary in the treasurer's department. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Did we do recorder of deeds? Did I miss that?
Should they'll be included in the,
Oh, did
the
we?
overall.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Motion to set the salaries of all other county employees as established during the budget hearings for 2018 or as directed by their current labor agreement.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to set the salaries of all other employees of the county. Yeah, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to establish the holiday schedule for 2018 as outlined in the attached memo.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the holiday schedule. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Okay. So at this point, we just need a motion to adjourn the salary board before we move on to the.
Do I have a motion to adjourn the salary board?
So
Second.
We're adjourned, and now we'll be back as the Board of Commissioners, or do we convene as a Board of Assessment?
that's correct.
All right, Commissioner Litz.
Okay, as the Board of Assessment, we would need approval on the chair, which by law is the commissioner with the longest tenure. So I respectfully ask for a nomination.
I make a motion to nominate Commissioner Litz as Chair of the Board of Assessment.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
And you'll need a vice chair
Vice
of the
chair.
board, secretary, administrator, solicitor, and chief county assessor.
Is there a nomination for vice chair?
Yes, I nominate Commissioner Phillips for Vice Chair.
I'll second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And at this time, we need a nomination for secretary.
Nominate Commissioner Ames.
Yes, and I'll second that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. At this time, we need to appoint an administrator, which is normally Jamie.
Nominate Jamie Walden.
Second that nomination.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And we need to reappoint a solicitor.
I nominate David Warner.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We need to appoint a chief county assessor.
Nominate
Mancina.
Daniel Seaman. It's been a while.
I'll second that nomination.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Then we need to have a motion to pay all necessary expenses incurred by the Board of Assessment revision of taxes from appropriations budgeted by the commissioners for such necessary and legal expenditures.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Then at this time, we need to establish hearing dates for the Board of Assessment and Revision. They are suggested to be January 18th, February 15th, March 15th, April 19th, May 17th, June 21st, July 19th, August 16th, August 30th. And yearly appeals as needed in September and October, as well as November 15th and December 20th. Is there a motion?
Move to adopt the calendar.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay.
Now, I guess I'll convene the election board, is that correct?
Correct.
All right.
I need chair, vice chair, secretary, chief clerk of elections, and solicitor.
Okay. And I have a motion for chair of the election board.
I'm not sure who you want that to be at this point.
Commissioner Ames is the liaison to the Bureau of Elections, so typically that's what the chair has been, and outgoing is Commissioner Ames as well.
You want to appoint Commissioner Ames?
Second?
All right, I have a motion and a second to appoint myself as chair of the election board. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Now I need a motion for vice chair of the election board.
And who is currently vice chair?
I believe it's Commissioner Phillips.
I'm assuming
I believe so.
Okay. Make motion to appoint Commissioner Phillips.
I'll second it. All those in favor of Commissioner Phillips serving as vice chairman of the election board indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. I need a nomination for secretary for the Board of Elections.
that. Nominate Commissioner Litz as secretary.
And I'll second that nomination. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Now we need a
Chief clerk of elections.
chief clerk of elections.
Well, that would be Michael, right?
Yeah.
So moved from Michael Anderson.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to appoint Michael Anderson as chief clerk of elections. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Solicitor to the board.
And solicitor.
Move that we appoint David Warner as solicitor.
Second?
All right, I have a motion and a second to appoint David Warner as solicitor for the election board. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? David Warner is appointed.
And just as you had in the assessment board reorganization, you also have a motion to approve all authorized expenditures to be paid from appropriations budgeted by the commissioners.
Do I have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second?
Second, that we pay the bills.
All right. All those in favor of paying the bills indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
Sure.
All right, I'll adjourn, I'd like a motion to adjourn the election board.
So moved.
Second?
So ordered.
Okay. Takes care of the reorganization, into the regular
Okay.
meeting then.
And we still do not, David.
He's on leave.
All right, then we move to the treasurer's report.
Okay. We had receipts on January the 2nd and 3rd of $99,806.15. Brings us to a total cash of $1,663,651.05. We had expenditures this week of $1,165,148.39. The undistributed tax claim is $37,703.87. That leaves us a balance of $460,798.79.
Motion. Move to accept the treasurer's report.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve the treasurer's report. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies, whenever you're ready.
You want to introduce yourself? You want to introduce yourself?
Sure, absolutely.
Shelley, just Director of Human Resources.
Leanne Shank, Human Resources Assistant.
Moving on to personnel transactions under resignations and terminations, Robert Coomer, part-time door monitor, resignation effective January 2nd, 2018. Ruth Sell, part-time LPN, removal effective December 27th, 2017. John Santoni, sergeant, resignation effective January 3rd, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the resignation and terminations as presented. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? They're approved.
I have several motions to read under changes of status, transfers, and promotions. The first, to approve President Judge Tillwalk's recommendation to reclassify the interpreter/secretary position within the courts department at a grade 6 on the non-union salary chart to a certified interpreter position at a grade 13 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the recommendation made by President Judge. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve President Judge Tillwalk's recommendation to reclassify the administrative assistant to the President Judge position within the courts department from a grade 8 on the non-union salary chart to a grade 9 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the President Judge's recommendation. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve President Judge Tillwalk's recommendation to reclassify the administrative assistant to court administration position within the courts department from a grade 8 on the non-union salary chart to a grade 9 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the additional recommendation by the President Judge. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve EMA Director Robert Dowd's recommendation for all non-union EMA administrative positions to move to 40 hours per week effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to make that change to 40 hours for non-union employees in EMA. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve EMA Director Robert Dowd's recommendation to reclassify the 911 supervisor position to a grade 12 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st.
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve that salary chart change in EMA. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve EMA Director Robert Dowd's recommendation to reclassify the EMA Director position to a grade 18 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, I have a motion and a second to approve Director Dowd's recommendation for that salary change. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve EMA Director Robert Dowd's recommendation to reclassify the database coordinator position title and grade from a grade 6 on the non-union salary chart to the title of CAD coordinator at a grade 9 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to make that change based on the recommendation of Director Dowd. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve EMA Director Robert Dowd's recommendation to reclassify the communications officer position and title from a grade 12 on the non-union salary chart to a communications technician position title at a grade 10 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to make that change. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve Human Resources Director Michelle Ederson's recommendation for the HR Director and HR Assistant positions within the Human Resources Department to move to 40 hours per week effective December 31st, 2017.
Also move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to change the hours for the Human Resources Director and Assistant to move to 40 hours a week. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve Warden Robert Karn's recommendation for the full-time LPN positions within the Lebanon County Correctional Facility, starting rate to increase to $20 per hour effective December 31st, 2017. This will also result in an overall change in the LPN salary chart accordingly.
Was this the one that we didn't have in the budget?
No,
This one was in the budget.
we made it work within the budget. We made it work within the current budget.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't exceed.
It isn't. it didn't affect his bottom line.
No.
Okay, so moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to make that salary change for the nurses based on the warden's request. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so ordered.
Motion to approve Warden Robert Karn's recommendation for all current sergeant positions within the Lebanon County Correctional Facility to receive a 70-cent per hour increase in addition to the 2018 annual increase afforded by the Commissioners effective December 31st, 2017.
So,
Second.
I have a motion and a second to make that salary change, and these are non-bargaining unit positions, is that right? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so moved.
Motion to approve Warden Robert Karn's recommendation to increase the on-call rate to $150 per week for current non-union employees who are assigned on-call duties at the Lebanon County Correctional Facility effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
second.
I have a motion and a second to change the on-call rate. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so ordered.
Motion to approve President Judge Towak and Director of Probation Services Sally Berry's recommendation to reclassify the Assistant Fiscal Supervisor position within the Probation Services Adult Unit from a grade 6 on the non-union salary chart to a grade 7 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to make that change in the probation department and the salary schedule. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so moved.
Motion to approve Director Roman Shehay's recommendation for the full-time LPN positions within the Renova Center, starting rate to increase to $20 per hour, effective December 31st, 2017. This will result in an overall change in LPN salary chart accordingly.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to change the nurses' salaries at the Renova Center. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so ordered.
Shannon Dower, salary increase, administrative assistant to the president judge in the courts department to the rate of $1,526.68 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Kathy Steiner, salary increase, administrative assistant to court administration in the courts department to a grade 9, step 14 at the rate of $1,439.48 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Eric Failer, salary increase, 911 supervisor in EMA to the rate of $1,945.63 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Robert Dowd, salary increase, director in EMA to the rate of $3,062.75 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Jason Michael, salary increase and title change from database coordinator in EMA to CAD coordinator in EMA at the rate of $1,475.82 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Suzanne Miller, salary increase, fiscal supervisor 2 at probation services to the rate of $1,730.77 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Brenda Santiago, salary increase, assistant fiscal supervisor in probation services to the rate of $1,221.20 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Michelle Kissinger, salary increase, first deputy in the prothonotary's office to the rate of $1,139.79 biweekly effective December 31st, 2017. Bethany Graham, change of status from full-time developmental assistant at Renova to casual call developmental assistant at Renova. No change in her rate effective January 15, 2018.
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve those salary changes as read. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, they're approved.
Moving on to other transactions, I have several motions. The first, to approve EMA Director Robert Dowd's recommendation to create a Deputy Director of 911 position at a grade 14 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to add that position in 911. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so ordered.
Motion to approve EMA Director Robert Dowd's recommendation to create a second 911 supervisor position at a grade 12 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to add that second position. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so moved.
Motion to approve Warden Robert Karn's recommendation to eliminate 6 regular part-time correctional officer positions in order to create 2 full-time correctional officer positions in the Lebanon County Correctional Facility complement as set forth in the newly adopted ASME union contract, and the starting hourly rate for 2018 set at $13 per hour effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adopt the recommendation made by Warden Barnes to change those positions. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve President Judge Tillwalk and Director of Probation Services Sally Berry's recommendation to create a 4th Collection Officer 1 position within the Probation Services Adult Unit at a grade 7 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second?
Have a motion and a second to add that collections position in probation department. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve President Judge Tillwalk's recommendation to create a jury administrator position within the Courts Department at a grade 9 on the non-union salary chart effective December 31st, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to add that jury administrator's position. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Moving on to salary board, if there are no questions regarding the transactions presented, is there a motion to adopt these transactions onto the salary board?
I have one question, Michelle.
Sure.
On the first sheet, Brenda Santiago has 1221, it was 1221, and on the salary board it says 1245. Which is it,
Ooh, I'm glad you caught that.
the 1221?
It is supposed to be the salary board, the 714 at 1245.62,
Okay.
with her moving up a step in accordance with the normal movement. Thank you.
All right, so moved.
All right, the motion with that change. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the salary board recommendations as presented. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
So with Bob's question, that you're saying that the motion on the transaction summary, the 122120 was incorrect?
Yes, that was incorrect.
Okay.
What's on the salary board is correct, the 1245.62.
Okay, you want to amend that motion that you took
I
on
make a motion to amend.
to change that to the 1245, what was it?
1245.62.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to make that change as presented by Human Resources. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Under mandated conference seminars, I have Taylor Steinsnyder would like to attend the following 2 trainings from Children and Youth: out of home placement and permanency planning in Mechanicsburg, January 9th, 10th, and 11th, with mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 18 credits mandated by DHS, and making permanent connections outcomes for professional development in Mechanicsburg, January 18th, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 6 credits mandated by DHS. Robert Gambler and Bailey Van Fleet from Children and Youth would like to attend the following 4 trainings: out of home placement and permanency planning in Mechanicsburg, January 31st through February 2nd, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 18 credits mandated by DHS. Assessing safety in out-of-home care in Mechanicsburg, January 25th and 26th, with mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 12 credits mandated by DHS. And risk assessment in Mechanicsburg, January 10th and 11th, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 12 credits mandated by DHS. Case planning with families in Mechanicsburg, January 18th and 19th, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 12 credits mandated by DHS. Robert Gambler, Bailey Van Fleet, and Taylor Steinsnyder from Children and Youth would like to attend the court process in Mechanicsburg, January 24th, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 6 credits mandated by DHS. Morgan McMahon and Karen Torrenegra Costello from Children and Youth would like to attend the overview of child sexual abuse in Mechanicsburg, January 29th and 30th, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, mileage, meals, and tolls, reimbursement, 12 credits mandated by DHS. Brian Remper from Children and Youth would like to attend the caseworker safety and responsiveness in child welfare practice in Fort Indian Town Gap on January 10th. Mileage and meals reimbursement, 3 credits mandated by DHS. Morgan McMahon, Brittany Gardner, Karen Tornegro Costello, Robert Gambler, and Angelica Farisi from Children and Youth would like to also attend the Caseworker Safety and Responsiveness in Child Welfare Practice in Fort Indian Town Gap on January 8th with mileage reimbursement, 3 credits mandated by DHS. Elizabeth Getch and Maria Hernandez from Children and Youth would like to attend the heroin training in Mechanicsburg, January 9th, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 6 credits mandated by DHS. Elizabeth Getch, Nicole Rula, Keith Smith, and Alexandra Roxon from Children and Youth would like to attend the methamphetamines training in Mechanicsburg, January 10th, mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 6 credits mandated by DHS. Sharon Gasser from Children and Youth would like to attend the Providing Feedback to Support Caseworkers and Safety Responsibility in Child Welfare Practice in Fort Indian Town Gap on January 8th with mileage reimbursement, 3 credits mandated by DHS. Carmen Portes from Children and Youth would like to attend the Engaging Clients from a Strength-Based Solutions in Mechanicsburg, January 29th. Mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 6 credits mandated by DHS. Michelle Idris, Leanne Shank, and Renata Zumberg would like, from Human Resources, would like to attend the following 2 trainings. 2018 Live Healthy Workshop in Enola on February 15th, mileage reimbursement mandated by Capital Blue Cross, and the 2018 Advanced Live Healthy Workshop in Enola on March 20th, mileage reimbursement also mandated by Capital Blue Cross. Sally Berry from Probation Services would like to attend the Juvenile Probation Chief Executive Board and Bylaw Committee meeting in State College, January 18th and 19th, with lodging and meals reimbursement mandated by JCJC.
Move to approve the mandated conferences.
I'll second that, but I don't think I have a complete list.
I gave it to you this morning.
Yeah, it must be in a pile somewhere then. Unless I got the wrong one.
I swapped out your first page, gave you the new one.
Okay, I won't hold you up, I just,
I have a motion and a second to approve the attendance at mandated conferences. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
Under requested, Joseph Organtini from Area Agency on Aging would like to take an online training course for PA Notary Public Training. It's a $369 total registration fee, no other reimbursements.
so moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the requested conference. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Barb Smith, Elaine Lutz, Sherry Ford, Diane Little, and Barbara Moody from Clerk Reports would like to attend the recent CPCMS changes in Mechanicsburg, January 9th, 10th, and 12th. No other reimbursements.
Also moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve that request. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
And Deb Smith and Yvonne Muniz from Clerk of Courts would also like to attend the recent CPCMS changes in Mechanicsburg on January 10th. Also no other reimbursements.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve that request. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Anything else?
I don't know anything further.
Just have a comment. Just want to, Judge Tolok, I just want to thank you for investing as much time as you have in the relationship between the commissioners and the courts. It's much appreciated, and it's a good investment in our relationship. I appreciate it very much.
Well, and as I said at inauguration, and I meant that sincerely, and I've said it other times, I appreciate the nature of our relationship, mine with the board. I know, again, sometimes we do disagree, but it's always reasonable, rational, polite disagreement, and I really appreciate that. I think we're good at reaching compromises and looking at what's for the public good, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
I also look forward to a good year with our row offices and the other department heads, and welcome Brian to the group.
Thank you.
And I also, Judge, would just like to echo that I appreciate the additional effort that you put in, and we usually, well, we always work things out, so it certainly should be noted, and I appreciate that.
You're quite welcome, I agree.
All right, anything else for the good of the order?
Just one thing that I wasn't able to accomplish in the last 2 years.
Well, tell me and I'll get it done.
I'm hoping that I won't need another run at it, but I've asked on several occasions that if anyone's going to post things to Facebook, for recording, editing our meetings and so on, that they either clear it with the department head for accuracy, or they go through Jamie, who's our communications officer. That has not been honored, and it's really in a violation of the yearbook, or the handbook that we adopted this year, that we're supposed to put a disclaimer that if it's not official business, that we are acknowledging to the public that it's not official county business, and that it's someone's interpretation of that meeting. So I'm just asking that if Commissioner Litz would honor the handbook by putting a disclaimer in that you're not recording the entire meetings, and you're not doing this in the service of the county as far as an official capacity. So I'm asking you just to follow the handbook and to put that disclaimer in. If you're not going to screen for accuracy and so on, then I think that's important to do.
I would like to respond to that. First of all, the media is here doing the same thing that I do, and that is called freedom of the press. Any person can come in and record this because it is a public meeting. Further, they edit, and I try and post as much of a conversation as possible without going into pregnant pauses and things like that. I do edit out certain things, but that being said, I was guaranteed when we adopted the handbook that that would not impinge on my right to be able to record meetings. That is something that is allowed, and I think that you're interpreting the handbook incorrectly.
Well, I'm not trying to impinge on your freedom to do it. I'm just asking that you put the disclaimer as is called for by the handbook. The media is not an employee of the county, and you are, and if you voted on something that you supported, that I think you should follow it as the other employees are expected to do, just to let the public know that this is not the official transcript of the meeting.
Conversely, when something is official, it says this is official, an official county website or whatever. I think that it is redundant, and people know that I'm doing it on my own. I can remember and respectfully that Judge Eby was thrilled that there was that sort of communication, and people will interpret their information and understand that it is coming from a minority commissioner.
So if the employee publishes a blog or posts online related to the work he performs or subjects associated with the county, employee shall ensure that he represents that he is not speaking on behalf of the county. Mr. Ames, I wish you well in your endeavors to have that accomplished.
Well, I'm not sure that we'll ever accomplish that, but I do have to say that following your Facebook comments and blogs, I have seen specific instances where I felt that I had something to say, but that was immediately cut off, and it was relevant to whatever the discussion was. And I think at the very least, Commissioner Litz, you could add a disclaimer that you personally have edited these proceedings as you present them on the media, and in fairness to everyone, that because you do edit them, and the press certainly has the right to edit and show only what they want to show, but in your capacity, I think it's unfair that you present this as this is the official ruling of official proceedings of the meeting. You indicate that just by your presence there, and I don't think Commissioner Phillips request is unfair to just, for you to post a disclaimer. That's very simple. So we'll make that request and we'll leave it up to your honor to make that judgment.
A Facebook page is a social interactive page.
We know what it is, Commissioner.
Okay.
We know what it is. We're just making we're making a request that you just indicate that this is your version of what transpired at the meeting.
I think
Through
everyone knows
editor-
that, sir.
Through editing. All right, you think everyone knows it, so, okay. Anything else for the good of the order? Gordy, you had a question. You had your hand up earlier, did you forget?
No, I didn't forget. I'm sorry. I just don't want to dump any more gasoline on this fire.
Sure, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Okay, all right. Hearing no other comments, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. A second?
Second.
All right, those in favor? Aye, we're adjourned.
Sheriff, how you doing today?
Good, Judge, good.
Good.
Brian?